Welcome once again for tremendous VD. I am Dr. Mead. As always, there is no KP. Doing a little solo video action here, playing some Duels of the Planeswalkers 2013. Just coming off of a bracing loss. Pretty excited to try and pick things back up. We're going to give white a try this time. Peacekeepers is a fast, soldier-based, token-generating, aggro-type deck. Very much in the tradition of, I guess, the old-school white weenie, but the newer cards give it, I think, both speed and some punching power. Ooh, I've got an extra card in here. Don't love that. I've got some stuff in here, though, so we'll keep. He's playing... He is playing, I think, the same thing we are. I think that's what Doom Traveler is in. I don't know, I think maybe it's been a while since I played this particular deck. Did not look to draw a plains off the top there. That could have been better. Fortunately, we have the Squadron Hawk, with which the promotional unlocks, the deck now has 3 of him. So he's finally off the bubble. I actually had him out of the deck completely before the new promotional cards, because with just 2 copies, well, I see that not only we're mirror matching, we're mirror handing. Except for me just continuously ripping planes, of course. As much as that is a source of delight. Don't want to go above 7 just yet, so we'll fetch. Doom Traveler, of course, has the distinction of being one of the few cards that gets better when he dies. As if we kill him, he'll just turn into a 1/1 flying token instead, which is way more irritating. What? He played a Squadron Hawk? Where did he get that from? That's just ridiculous. Yeah, I figured that he was going to go ahead and keep his Squadron Hawks back. I would definitely make that trade. Because I suspect that I have more Squadron Hawks than he does. That's also going to incite me to make this seemingly reckless attack. See if he feels like trading with me. He doesn't! If he doesn't have the promotional cards, this is going to confuse him. Everything with that little starburst type symbol and the set symbol is promotional card unlocked by, yeah, promotional codes. They really add significantly to some of these piles. Some more than others. This one got a couple of good cards, but don't love that Battlecry guy out there. Though I'll happily throw this guy in front of him. Maybe I should just pacify him. I mean, we certainly have no shortage of mana, so yeah, I think we'll just go ahead and pacify that guy. See if he wants to trade his Squadron Hawks for any of my poo-poo platter of little white guys, since we don't have to be afraid of him coming across with a big swing. Okay. Get that 3rd Squadron Hawk in there. Ah, I wish it'd come with a 4th. Ooh, he's not going to make land drop 4. We've got a pretty irritating guy for our 4th land drop. I wonder what would be best. I'm thinking it probably would not be best to block the Doomed Traveler. Oblivion Ring. That is not a card named Plains. And that is cheering me up tremendously just to see that come off there. I don't think we need to go crazy. We probably don't need to O-ring his attended knight. It's probably not that big of a concern. Because this guy, 2/2 and generic looking as he may be, is just the Doomed Traveler's bigger, slightly more, well, crazily more expensive. I probably would have taken him out. Ah, so he does have the promotional unlocks. He does have that 3rd Squadron Hawk floating around there. And like a lot of other stuff, apparently. Anything else? Okay. I should probably just get rid of that token, but I'm not going to. He gets me with first strike. It's a shame. I'll just replace him with a couple flyers. Oof. My own little elite vanguard. And I now have enough mana to cast the best of the promotional cards if he should come into my possession. The mighty Sun Titan is in here now. We're in relatively okay shape life-wise. He is still ahead of us. But I'm just going to sit on that Oblivion Ring. I'll trade Vanguards with him if he comes across. Because he's definitely getting to the territory where he could drop something a lot more annoying than a 2/2 first striker. I don't think he likes the way the math is adding up. Interesting. I'm just going to let him through. Another Plains. Next turn, I guess I really don't have much of a choice. I got to think about blocking. I can't really afford to let him bleed much more life off of me. Oof. That's rough. That's going to put him back in the lead. I guess I'll trade my Vanguard for anything he brings across at this point. Yep. Okay. I was definitely hoping to see his Vanguard. We'll trade there. 6 damage. Ooh. Nope, that's going to finish me. Ouch. I straight out forgot that card existed. Well, that was quick. I am on something like an 0 for 3 roll after having been milled out by a 100-card deck. A terrible failure against black that really came around. I misplayed that one. And now this defeat. Not really showing off my magic chops here tonight. I think we've got time to throw another game on here. Let's crack open a multiplayer. I guess I want to keep switching up decks. Let's give the other blue pile a whirl. This is Jace Bellerin's deck. For the uninitiated, his is a Millstone type, attempting to exhaust the opponent's library of cards to force him to draw out. This is a very decent hand, especially considering that I am drawing. I will keep it. Got a little counter magic in there. Haunted Mine. I don't actually play with the Fawn of Mythos. I think it's a little too much. A little too much. Howling Mine just kind of fills my hand back up and makes them draw out quicker. Oh, wow, we're in the mirror match. This could be interesting. Now this guy is one of the best mill cards in here. His landfall ability mills much quicker than you would think. Hopefully something good will come off the top. Counterspell, Dreamborn Muse, yes! That's what we like to see. I think we'll lay this guy too while he's tapped out. He should be able to help us out pretty soon, because that puts him at 5. We'll get him there next turn if all goes well. It may not, though. I may have to hold back. He can do the same thing to me in a big hurry, and ooh, oof. Blue, that's pro blue. Probably don't want him getting that on anything. Wow. So that takes him to 8. This is kind of a gift that keeps on giving, so I guess we'll lay Jace's Erasure. Why not? We'll come across for one. Seems like the thing to do. He doesn't really have any mass removal. There's not really anything he can do about this, so I'm actually thinking at this point I may just try to kill him. So that's like a mini sleep. They'll draw him another card. That's probably a decent play, I guess. Erasure mills him. Every time I draw a card, it mills him 1. 3 for my Scary Crab. Now, she is probably the strongest milling utility just because she bleeds out so many cards so quickly, but I don't want to play her while my hand is full of cards. So instead, we will come across for 5. No sense in ruling out the battle damage victory condition when we have 2 5/5 flyers on the table. But our speediest route to victory often is the mill. Although he came in, I think, with over 70 cards, so it could take a while to bleed him out. As you can see, that's down to 37 now in the library, and I have milled him almost exclusively. He's done no milling on me. The old unsummon. Okay. No need to counter that. It's far from devastating. Probably not going to counter that either. As long as he's not doing anything but reacting, I have the advantage in mill as well, so... Plus, it just keeps letting me play these lands. 3 off the top every time. Although unsummoning that guy wouldn't have done any good. I could have just laid him before the land, of course. So this is an interesting card. He has to reveal off the top until I get a creature. That creature becomes mine. Everything else goes in the yard. Just for fun, let's play it. That guy's pretty. That guy's gonna turn ugly pretty quickly, actually. I do not run him. Don't think he's necessary. I think he was the next card off the top. So I didn't gain much in terms of mill there. I guess I yanked one card out, put him on the field under my control. So he'll clone my Phantasm, I guess. Oh. Well. Okay. His guy will get big right along with mine when his yard gets down below 20, which will be shortly. And more into the Royal. But weirdly not on his guy. So I can just play Jaces for 1 mana. Seems like a strange choice, but I'm not here to pass judgment. Let's mill. I mean, there's no point in my swinging, so we'll just... This guy's... Now this guy screwed me earlier because I tried to put him into play using bribery. You may cast target instant sorcery card from reference graveyard without paying the mana cost. And it ended up, I think, doing to me the 7-card discard thing. And I don't know why, so that was really weird. Oh, yeah, we're not attacking. What we are going to do... is lay a couple of these Phantasms and this Howling Mine. Still just not seeing the need for the Muse. Let him do what he needs to. May just hardcast this guy. As crazy as that sounds. Since he's Icy Manip can't tap my big octopus, he can't really attack me. I'm not sure what his thought process was copying that octopus. Now this... Okay, fair enough. This will take half his library's contents. Which is alright, I suppose. An opponent's graveyard. He's got to have a good mill card in there if I just hardcast this guy. Rare to get the opportunity to counter a counterspell. That should pretty much guarantee his doom. Since he just drew 3, it should just be next turn and should all be over. I can't even imagine that he's got much of anything he can do. Wow, I don't even have 10 cards in my graveyard. That is... Huh? There's 7 more. Which puts me at, oh no, I guess he thought scoured me. 7 cards. I'm surprised that I have not had him replaced by AI. Alright. Can't swing. No problem. We're under 8, don't have to discard. Game's over. Finally a win against the mirror. And it seems like things just really never got going for him. Unfortunately, I had a pretty good draw. But I will say that is one of the benefits of tightening up your deck as much as possible, is that you're more likely to draw cards you really need to win. Alright, well, this has been a fun, if extended, little chapter in our ongoing Magic saga. This is Dr. Mead for Tremendous VD, signing off.